This program contains true stories of rescues.
It's First Aid with Kelly Kinkaid.
All right, man, we're going to get straight to it, man, because this is one of my favorite segments on the show because people always walk away informed and feeling better about what they got to do in their lives. And, hey, man, we fight every day, you know, and we feed our ambition every day, but it's very important that we take care of our health while we do it, because what's the sense of accomplishing things if you're not alive to enjoy them, or if you're alive, you can't enjoy them to the fullest capacity and your fullest capability, physically, spiritually, mind, body, and soul. So with that said, I thought it was time to have our resident doctor come back.
Absolutely.
And he has his new book. You know, any excuse we can to get him up here, we do it. So it's like Dr. Ian has a new book, Kelly. It's Blast the Sugar Out, Lower Blood Sugar, Lose Weight, Live Better. And we put the bat signal out, and here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Dr. Ian Smith is here.
Yay.
Hey, fams, what's up, what's up, what's up?
Dr. Ian, I love this book. It's in great timing because summer is coming, spring is here, and sugar is the devil for me.
For most people.
You know, and
for
it's
100 million
hard.
people, actually.
You know, and I was very interested. We talk about diabetes on this segment all the time, and that rate is still going up. And it says it's estimated that 29.1 million people have diabetes, and an astounding 86 million people are pre-diabetic. And actually, being honest, I'm pre-diabetic.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking the insulin, and I'm not claiming diabetes, and I had to change my diet. So this is, as I've been reading this, I love the book because I'm not gonna claim that diabetes, and I know I'm in with a lot of people. So this book is very helpful.
So I wrote this book because my grandmother was a type 2 diabetic. And because I realized that so many of us are diabetics. 1 out of 3 Americans has diabetes in some form, either pre-diabetes, like you just said, or actually diabetes. The beauty, if there is, of pre-diabetes is you can actually turn it around.
Absolutely.
Without having to go on medications or having to take insulin. And so I wrote Blast the Sugar Out because so many people don't realize by making some simple changes in how you live and how you move, you can actually avoid the doctor saying to you, you now need to take pills. That's not the conversation you want to have, by the way.
No.
So Blast the Sugar Out says we're going to reduce the amount of sugar you consume, not eliminate it, because who's going to live without sugar, right? We got to, I mean, sugar's everywhere, but we're going to reduce it. We're going to get you moving a little bit, and then we're going to lower your blood sugars and up to 20 pounds in 5 weeks. Right now, I brought you guys this.
Describe what this is you have for our listeners who can't actually see it.
Yeah, so I brought you how much sugar the average American consumes in a day right here.
Okay, how much is that?
That's about 39 teaspoons, okay?
Wow.
A day. The recommended dose is about 9 teaspoons of added sugars a day. This is what we consume, the average American, okay?
How big is this cup?
3/4 of a cup.
3/4
of just pure sugar.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
Per day. Now.
That's per day?
Per day. This is day. Average American per day right here. Now, this is what we do in a week of sugars.
And
okay.
And this is a Tupperware.
3 pounds.
That's 3 pounds of sugar a week, and it's filled up this Tupperware.
It's about 12 inches tall.
12 inches tall.
Now let me get you what we do in a month.
And about 2-3 inches wide.
And that's the usual.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Wow.
All right.
That's what you get candies out of. Like, and if you go to a candy store, that's a container they put the candy.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
What
That's right.
What size is this?
This is 16 inches.
So that's
16 inches with about 5 inches across.
If you put water in it, would that be like half a gallon?
Oh geez, no, it'd be like
that'd be a gallon.
It'd be more than a gallon. Yeah. More than a gallon.
So a gallon of sugar in a year.
And no, this is a month.
Oh, that's a month.
A month.
Can you imagine 12 months of that?
Well, 12 months is 156 pounds. So when you go to the store and you see those 5-pound sugar bags, line up 31. That's what the average American consumes in a year. So you wonder why 86 million people are pre-diabetic.
Right.
You wonder why people are overweight, why they're sluggish. These sugars are hidden, by the way. They're hidden. You don't know they're...
That's what I'm saying. How are we consuming them?
Mostly sugary drinks. For example, you take a soda. A soda has 36 grams of sugar in it. The recommended daily dose of sugar is 36 grams. So one soda blows your whole excess sugar intake.
Let me ask you something. People who think they're drinking diet soda, though, I see a lot of bad things about diet soda.
So here's the thing with diet soda. Diet soda, the good thing is no calories, right? Because they're artificial sweeteners.
Okay.
The bad thing is the artificial sweeteners, they actually are sweeter than sugar. So you end up craving more sweets because you've now stimulated your brain to expect this high level of sweetness.
Oh my gosh.
Dr. Ian Smith, my friends no longer like me. In January, I started Throw Away Your Soda campaign. It's just my own personal campaign. And any of my friends that I see drinking dark soda, I toss it in the garbage.
I love that.
Yeah, I do it. And
You should do videos of that.
Well, it gets brutal though. Like Orlando, for instance, who we work with over here. He came out the store because he was thirsty after our broadcast in Denver with a nice shiny cold Coca-Cola. I tossed it. So he didn't speak to me for the rest of the ride back to the hotel. It wouldn't have made for a good video because he got a little sad. But I don't care, Dr. Ian Smith. I really think that something needs to be done about these sodas.
Guess what? I'd rather you hate me while you're alive than love me while you dead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, take your shirt off.
All right.
What you want to say, oh?
But what about diet sodas? Because I saw this recent study that linked, I guess, the sweeteners to dementia and stroke. So would you say diet soda is not a good substitute?
Listen, guys, anyone out there who's listening to us, there is absolutely no nutritional value whatsoever to soda in general. None. It's all full of chemicals, and these chemicals do crazy things to our hormones. They do crazy things to our brains. In fact, there's a great picture of an MRI of a brain scan where you look someone who had sugar and someone who had cocaine and heroin. They light up the same parts of the brain. Equal. Because sugar is addictive. Manufacturers know it's addictive, and they put it in all these foods like yogurt that you don't think so. Right? 36 grams of sugar in yogurt, as much as a soda, by the way. But yogurt's healthy.
Yeah.
Right? Well, so they do all these things to you, and so diet soda is one of those things. It may not have real sugar, but that artificial sugar and that sweetener, oh, man.
Let me ask you, every time you come up here, we do something where we give the listeners an opportunity to win or get a book or something. Can we, first of all, hit up Dr. Ian Smith directly, because this segment is only about 25, 30 minutes, but you could talk to him all day. Give out your social media.
Yeah, so hit me on Twitter at Dr. Ian Smith, DRIAN Smith, and my Instagram is Dr. Ian Smith spelled out. And also, you email me, Blast the Sugar Out, the name of the book, blastthesugarout@gmail.com. If you have some questions, it takes a little time to get back to y'all, but I try to get to every email you send me.
Yeah, blastthesugarout@gmail.com. Now, normally this dude's rate is astronomical because of the expertise he brings to the table.
And he's unavailable. You just can't talk to him.
You can't just talk to Dr. Ian Smith. Whose show I saw you on the other day? Some TV show.
GMA or Rachel or something.
No. Oh, you just done it, Rachel, Jimmy. I don't know, something like that. All right.
I don't mean it that way, honestly. I don't mean it that way. I'm very honored to be on those shows.
blastthesugarout@gmail.com. We're going to take your questions and talk more about the book. 888-742-3345.
And now, more First Aid with Kelly Kinkaid on Shade 45.
Ian K. Smith, MD. Dr. Ian Smith is here. The new book is Blast the Sugar Out, Lower Blood Sugar, Lose Weight, Live Better. You could reach out to him directly at blastthesugarout@gmail.com.
Dr. Ian Smith, Orlando and I, we've been going back and forth with different things because we're actually neighbors now. So he told me that he loves soda, loves juice, and I've told him about this juice made by Paul Newman. Well, at least Paul Newman's face is on it, and there's no high corn fructose in it. It's an all natural juice. It's like a lemonade, but it's $3.59 compared to the juices that's 99 cents and $1. How do you convince people to buy like all natural, like all zeros, as you mentioned before, as opposed to the juices that's on sale and you're trying to save a couple bucks?
Well, let me tell you something. There's a reason why this stuff is so cheap, because it's full of cheap stuff. Right? The chemicals, that's why manufacturers can sell it for 99 cents. Trust me, they're making money. They're making a lot of money. So imagine, if they're making money at 99 cents, imagine how cheap that stuff must be for them to make money. Yeah, fresh stuff is more expensive. I just have my own juice line that just came out 2 days ago. It's called Smash Juice. We're in the Midwest right now, but it's called Smash Juice. It's great.
What does it consist of? Like, I'm a juicer.
Cold pressed juice. That's it. No water, no nothing. My different recipes, we have watermelon extravaganza, strawberry apple, sweet beet, sweet detox, an orange twister.
You need ambassadors, bro? Like, you need people to talk it up, boxes to the house type thing?
I have some.
I'll send it to you. I'm
Okay.
a juice maniac.
I'm a juice guy.
Okay, I'm gonna
So-
send you some. I'm gonna send you some. Okay, you got it. You got
Dr.
it.
Ian, I have a question. You have almost what is this your 14th book out?
14. Jeez, I'm getting old.
No, so in all your books you talk about the sugar and stuff. What differs in this book?
Because this book really is trying to get people to understand that if you take 5 weeks, so I don't stop you cold turkey from sugar, because people who stop cold turkey, they have rebound problems. They have headaches, they have nausea, they have gastrointestinal disease. I gradually wean you. You had it too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go through withdrawal.
Yeah, it's a sugar withdrawal for real, no joke. So instead of doing cold turkey stopping, I take you in 5 weeks. I slowly wean you off. So when you come to that 5th week, people say to me, I went back and tried to drink something I drank before. I couldn't drink it because it tasted like syrup. Because your body actually, once you break the addiction, your body says this regular stuff that you've been eating or drinking is too sweet.
So you break in the book. You have some key factors that you focus on. So you focus on habits. Talk about that.
So in the book, I teach you how to break one bad habit a week, how to improve one habit a week, and how to add a good habit a week. Every
Okay.
week. So by the end of the 5 weeks, you've broken 5 bad habits. You've improved 5 habits, and you've added 5 good habits.
That's dope.
I like this one. Schedule, as far as consistent meal timing.
So the biggest problem with a lot of people is that, like truckers who are listening right now, is that they eat sporadically. Like they'll eat, at 9 in the morning, then not till 2. Or people will say, I only eat 2 meals a day. Isn't that great? Actually, it's not great.
Right.
Because your body now is not getting the proper even flow of calories and nutrition that it needs throughout the day. So I always believe 2 to 3 hours. Every 2 to 3 hours, you got to eat something. So the book, as you know, has snacks in it. I list all these snacks in the back of the book along with the recipes. But you have to consistently eat in order to keep it's like your car.
Right.
You got to keep fueling your car. You can't drive, from here to, Florida on one, tank of gas. You got to keep refueling your car. Same thing with your body.
Exercise.
Listen, anyone who says exercise is not important is lying to you. In fact, as a physician, if I could prescribe only one thing to every American, I would say regular exercise. It affects including your brain, every system of your body.
Yeah.
And by the way, not an hour. You could just do it for like 30 minutes, 4 days a week. In the book, I give you exercises, body weight exercises, no gym.
30 minutes,
So-
4 days a week.
So
That's a lot.
Well, for a person who doesn't exercise.
Well, we start off with 15 minutes, then we
Okay.
work our way up. Ideally, I need to get you to 30 minutes, but we start off with just 15 minutes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But because some people go to the gym for an hour and a half. That's
Yeah.
too much. You don't need an hour and a half in the
Yeah,
gym,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you could walk around outside, all kinds of things you can do.
We're big supporters of the book. I have all your books. I have a certain section for your books. What I love about this one, though, in the chapters, you have so many recipes and breakdown of stuff.
Oh, man.
But one of the chapters I think is very, very important, the skinny on sugar, because we've been talking about the high corn,
corn syrup.
yes, and we talk about, you break down all of them, agave,
Stevia,
you break down
honey.
all the sugars, the brown sugar, and so there is a good thing, such thing as good sugar versus bad sugar.
Well, when you talk about fruits, by the way, this is really good. If you look at in page 159, the garlic herb marinated London broil. Jeez.
That's nice.
I cooked that on Rachel Ray the other day. Can I tell you something? This is a side. I know.
Slight stunt.
Well, no, I'm saying you can Google get the recipe for free if
Yeah.
you don't want to buy the book. You
Okay.
can Google her website, you'll see the recipe. But London broil is named London broil. It has nothing to do with London. It's not even a cut of meat. London broil simply means you marinate, the meat, which is top round. You marinate it, you put it into the oven, and then you cut it across the grain. That's what's called a London broil. Has nothing to do with, right? I don't know. I was just
That's
No,
interesting.
it's-
that was a fun aside.
No,
I
it's
found.
It's a really good recipe.
But anyway, the thing is that I think that people need to understand that recipes. These are all 30-minute or less recipes with few ingredients. If I can cook it, you can cook it. And so you don't. And these are regular foods, by the way.
Yeah.
My idea was that the whole family eats this food. You don't have to fix a meal for yourself and a meal for everybody else. Everyone eats this food because it's regular food.
I think sugar's evil friend is salt. How do you break down with the salts too? Because if you walk into the store, you'll see table salt, sea salt, kosher salt, and I'm looking at some of the recipes here that does call for salt. Obviously, we need it. Would you recommend a specific salt?
I just think that the reason why I like kosher or sea salt is not that it's healthier than regular salt. The thing is that it requires less of it. because it has a saltier taste to it. So instead of needing a teaspoon, you only really need a half a teaspoon to get the effect of it. That's why everyone thinks there's something magical about it. Not really.
Not really.
It's just kind of more concentrated. How about that?
Let's come back. We got a whole, like the phone lines are lit up.
universe is on the line.
Everybody. So what I'm gonna do, we'll play a song, come back, and then we're just gonna kind of do a rapid fire thing. Quick question to the listeners that are online. I'm gonna get to all of you. It's like the lines are filled up, and quick answers. All right, and then you can follow Dr. Ian Smith if I'm not able to get to you on social media at
Dr. Ian Smith, DRIAN Smith, and Instagram, Dr. Ian Smith, spell the doctor out.
Sway in the morning. The Goodfellas.
Not too many people know about
The
that.
people don't know.
right
I
there.
dug
You
in the
took
break
them-
for that. I
you
had
took
to
them
take
for
them
that.
back, man. I've been trying to look for an excuse to play that song. Dr. Ian Smith is here. The book is called Blast the Sugar Out. Lower blood sugar, lose weight, live better. We do this for our citizens because it's not just about being up here shucking and jiving or interviewing artists. It's really about providing the information, being a conduit to information that can help you better your life.
And we care about you. You know, it's so important because it's an estimated 29.1 million people in the United States, just in the United States, who have diabetes, and an astounding 86 million people who are pre-diabetic. And there's also a stat as far as there's a lot of people who don't even know that they're even pre-diabetic.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is, like you said, you're pre-diabetic, you know, which is good, which means you can do something about it. But a lot of people listening to us right now are pre-diabetic and don't even know it. Let me tell you what you can do right now. Every year you should have a blood glucose test, right, where you prick your finger, test your blood. If you do that and your number is under 140, you are probably fine. If you do it and your number is between 140 and 199, you're pre-diabetic, likely. If it's 200 more, you're probably diabetic. You have to go to a doctor. But the problem is people don't do this unless, you know, they happen to go to a doctor. And so they're walking around, their diabetes is getting worse, and then before you know it, they're fully diabetic. And so we're trying to catch people in the gap so they don't have to cross over the fence, get them back so that they're, you know, living well and doing what they need to do.
Once you're fully diabetic, can you come back across the fence, or you just gotta live with that for the rest of your life?
Yeah, it's a chronic. I mean, you can manage and live very well with it. By the way, but you will be diabetic. You don't. You know, we say reverse diabetes. That's kind of controversial. You can lower your blood sugars, but a lot of people, if they're type 2 diabetic and they actually change the way they eat. My grandmother, who's the inspiring story in the beginning of the book, if you change the way you eat and change the way you exercise, you actually, as a type diabetic, can come back and get your numbers regular. You just have to be careful that if you go back to bad lifestyle behaviors, you're going to go back.
You're going to go back. Dr. Ian Smith is here. Quick questions, listeners, and we're going to have quick answers. We got May Renee from Virginia on the line. Go ahead, May Renee.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
It's Mayreen. Good morning, crew.
Pardon.
I just have a quick question.
Good morning.
My bad.
What?
I read it wrong.
Okay.
It's not even. I read it wrong. My bad.
No problem at all.
My bad.
What's your question?
My question is there a best option for sweetener, if there is such a thing? Like, I lost 8.5 pounds over 8 weeks just by cutting back on my sugar intake, but I kind of refuse to give it up for my morning coffee. But is there a sweetener that you can use instead of sugar?
Okay, look at chapter 2 when you get the book, and I will say this, that if you're going to go with an artificial sweetener or a different sweetener, go with 100% stevia. But it's got to be organic and 100%. That's the key, okay?
All right, Mayreen, thank you for your call. Chris from Dallas, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what up, Sway? What's going on?
What's poppin', Chris? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I've been riding with y'all for the last 3 days. I'm on my way moving to D.C., so I appreciate all the good stuff y'all are doing over there, man.
Oh, thank you. You're a citizen, Chris.
Sway in the morning.
Say hello to Dr. Ian.
What's up, Dr. Ian? How are you?
Good, good. You got a question?
No, I don't have a question.
Oh.
I actually just had a testimony.
Okay.
I 100% agree with you on everything that you're talking about sugar. I've dealt with it my entire life as a sugar addict. I've always worked out, stayed healthy, but sugar was like my one thing. And 4 months ago, I completely cut out sugar from my life. I don't do any sweeteners. I don't do anything like that. I don't even eat fruit. And one thing that might help the other citizens that I do is I take 500 milligrams of L-glutamine 3 times a day, and that really, really helps to curb the sugar craving. So I just wanted to give that knowledge out.
What is that? That sounds like a drug. What is that?
It's a supplement, and if it's working for you, that's great. You know, sometimes these supplements work, sometimes they don't work.
Yeah.
But if that works for you, it's not going to hurt you, right? That's medicine is first do no harm. So if it's not going to hurt you and it's working for you, that's great. But the fact is, you can come off of sugar and you can feel good about it and not feel like you're missing it.
Okay.
Why is it that people with diabetes, Dr. Smith, lose so much weight? I had a relative who just lost a bunch of weight, and we thought he was doing fine because the weight was coming off, but actually he was getting worse.
Yeah. It's my cousin the same way, by the way. I have a cousin who's type 2 diabetic, you know, young guy too, by the way. What happens with the weight loss is that the body is not processing sugar correctly, number one. Your insulin hormone is out of whack. So your whole hormonal milieu is out of whack. And because it's out of whack, you end up losing weight. In fact, one of the symptoms or signs of someone being a type 2 diabetic is that they have unexplained weight loss. So your doctor will say, are you drinking a lot? Do you feel thirsty? Are you losing weight and you're not trying to lose weight? That's related to type 2 diabetes.
All right.
Wow,
We got Chris on the line. Chris from Seattle on the line. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Sway. I've been a hip-hop head for a long time, and I appreciate you guys in the morning.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you.
And I'm a recovering addict, and I can attest to coming off sugar is very similar to the effects of coming off drugs. It's super, super addictive. And, you know, I've been living the paleo lifestyle for a while now, Dr. Ian, and I wanted to know your opinion about fruit because for a long time I was on the ketogenic diet, which is what the gentleman before was talking about with no sugar, and it just wasn't a manageable lifestyle change for me. So I switched to the paleo diet where I'm able to consume fruit, and my sugar levels aren't so low that I could actually perform at work and live a regular life. So what's your opinion, you know, as far as fruit goes?
Well, you know, fruit is natural sugar. And everyone asks this question, you know, but they'll say fruit has sugar. Yeah, it has sugar, but it's natural. But don't just look at the sugar when it comes to fruit. You have to look at the sugar package, which means fruit comes with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phyto or plant nutrients. So the whole package of sugar is very different than a soda or a cookie or a cake, which just has bare sugar, which has no nutritional value whatsoever. So yes, there is fruit in sugar, but it's the best sugar package you can get.
What about like grapes and bananas supposedly have high sugar?
They do, but look what else you're getting with it, though. You know, you're getting potassium.
Antioxidants and everything.
Yeah, you're getting antioxidant, resveratrol, right? So yeah, it's sugar, but you're getting other stuff that actually diminishes the impact of the sugar on your body.
But you know, I stick with just berries. I don't do melons I don't do melons, berries, and grapes. And my levels went down because I just do the berries now.
Well, see, you know your trigger though, right? That's what I was saying before, is that people have to know their triggers. Some people can do melons very well, some can't do it. So know your triggers.
Thank you, Chris, for your call. Brian is in Atlanta. Brian, what up, D?
Yo, what's good? What's good? Hey, Sway, man.
Yeah.
I'm a Falcon fan to the end, but I'm finna go get me a Marshawn Lynch.
Man, go ahead and say, man. Go
gosh,
ahead,
Brian,
hey, B,
don't do
hey,
it.
Hey, B,
one.
get you one, B.
Join
Join the Silver and Black, the tradition of excellence. Get you a Beast Mode one too. Go to his website.
I am, man. I gotta support, man. I gotta support him.
Okay, man. What's your question?
Hey, man. My son, man, he's allergic to a lot of things like glucose. He's addicted to casein and protein. I mean,
You mean gluten?
all type of stuff, man.
Gluten.
He's addicted to a lot of that, man. And I got an older son. He can eat all of it. Like, what can I like substitute as far as like sugar? You know, less sugar that he can have. You know, he can't have no birthday cake or anything like that, but something with less sugar, you know, without the soy and, you know, all of that.
No, but I think the confusion is this. It's not that he is sensitive to glucose, it's gluten. Glucose is the sugar, and they're saying don't have birthday cake because it has gluten in it. So he needs gluten-free products. You can have gluten-free cake. In fact, I've baked several gluten-free cakes that actually taste pretty good. So just to be clear on the terminology, glucose and gluten are two very different things. And my man is talking about gluten.
Yeah.
So he needs to buy gluten-free products. It's a very common, condition for a lot of kids. I don't know why so many kids are gluten-free these days, because when we grew up,
we didn't have that.
No, I didn't know.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't honestly. It's confusing. I don't know. Maybe we did have it and didn't realize it. I don't know. But a lot of kids, at my kid's school, you can't bring this, you can't bring that. When you bring little treats for birthdays, can't have peanuts, can't have gluten. Okay, whatever. But and I respect
what they
that.
putting in the food.
Yeah.
Same with autism though.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So anyway, I think that he means gluten. So the idea is he should buy gluten-free products. They're all over the place. They're not expensive, and they typically are healthier for you.
Brian, thanks for your call, man. We got so many people on the lines. Don from New York, John from Nashville, Craig from Canada, Fred from Compton, David from Long Island, Michael from Las Vegas.
What's up?
Lewis from upstate. I mean, it's so. Hey, do me a favor. Hit up Dr. Ian directly and ask your questions
my email is blastthesugarout@gmail.com. My social is at Dr. Ian Smith, DRIAN Smith. And hit me on Twitter, because then if you ask a short question, I can hit you back and everyone else can hear the answer. And then see the answer.
Okay, yeah, there you go. And then we're going to give away a free book. And all you got to do is hit up Kelly Kinkaid directly on her social media at
Kelly Kinkaid, KELLYKINKAID. And you got to follow Dr. Ian too.
All right. And the first person that can name 5 different types of sugars,
sure,
Kelly Kinkaid will send you one of these books for free. And she'll take care of it. Kelly Kinkaid, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ian.
Man, that was great, Dr. Ian.
All right, y'all. I'll be back.
Tell Rachel we said hi, man. You know what I mean? Let her know we thinking about her.
I will.
Tell Good Morning America we said hi too, man. Let her know we thinking about them. Oprah, all your friends, okay? Just let them know we said what up.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
All right, Dr. Ian Smith, always great to have you. Up next,
Much
man,
love.
one of the most respected groups in the game, man. It's interesting, though. Very unique group. The Gorillas are here. They're bringing Pusha T with them. They're bringing Pasta News from De La Soul with them. They're bringing Drum with them. That is up next. They got their new album. The 5th one, Humans, is out tomorrow. If you know about the Gorillas, call us. 888-742-3345.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.